everybody. Welcome back to Torchlit Tavern.
Howdy.
Oh, he does that every time. He says hi to me. Thank you. It's nice that you respond. My name is Jameson Oxford. I am your Dungeon Master. We are a real play Hungry Hippos podcast. We focus on narrative-driven storytelling.
I call Blue.
Fair.
He calls Blue. I'm gonna be all the little marbles.
You would.
I am.
I'm not gonna eat you, Jay. That was a very sideways way to make that request, but I'm not gonna put you in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm big into
Devore,
Devore, bro. You'd be doing me a huge favor. Yeah, we play Dungeons & Dragons. That's a goof. I don't own Hungry Hippos, but if anybody has eyes on a new one, let me know, because that game is great.
Hey, yo, so, side note, the round one out here has a giant Hungry Hippos. You sit on the
I've seen this, yes.
That sounds
The round
fantastic.
one arcade. It's awesome.
That is dumb as fuck.
I've
Let's
seen
do
this and
this.
not played it
Yeah.
down.
Official business meeting.
Our next Torchlit Tavern outing has been decided. In the meantime, playing with me is a group of dudes. Their names are Ryan Santos.
Hey, how's it going? I play number 9. I am a Warforged artillerist artificer.
Jeffrey Lisk.
Howdy, howdy.
What do you play?
I play a Crestkin, and I'm a roguey boy.
Roguey boy.
Roguey boy. Swashbuckling rogue at this stage.
Boy. Mitchell Travis.
I play the Blight of the Forest, the unwilling hero of the people.
And who do you play on
Yeah,
the show?
that's it. That's all he's got.
Oh, shit, sorry. I play Adaru, the Blight of the Forest, and Halor, the unwilling hero of the people. And the struggle of trying to reconcile how those two are the same and are accidentally very inverse.
Mitch is playing a Zealot Barbarian. And that's it. That's all you need to know. Welcome to our show. Thanks
Hi.
for tuning in. Check out our Patreon if you like what we do. Check out our Twitch stream where we play a completely different game with a different vibe. And thank you for listening.
And or Halo. For the Twitch, sometimes.
That's true, too. Sometimes we play Halo. Sometimes we just
Sometimes
play
you-
games.
Sometimes you can watch me be bad at Halo.
Sometimes.
After my finals, we'll watch me play a variety of games.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, please come over to the Twitch and find us this upcoming Wednesday on the Wackomundo game. And if you already have been watching the Twitch, you will have just seen us do the End Times game on Monday. And that's the Monday before we release. So, can't wait to see you there.
You know what I can't wait for, Jeff?
Huh?
For you to hit me with one.
Last time on Torchlit Tavern.
So not helpful. It's not helpful.
Blackpowder.
Blackpowder.
It is clear you're not Halor, or if you are, you don't care about the primacy.
But the Broken Circle is treated very much like the primordial boogeyman.
And it doesn't matter what side you're on. If you're Valerian or Brian, they will kill you.
So they're masters of guerrilla warfare. They do things like pull you into the ground like the Viet Cong did.
They're druids. They have the ground pull you into the ground.
So you are going to be banging and hammering all night over here by me.
I won't be tonight. I will be fixing number 75's gunlets. I will try to keep you down, but it's kind of hard.
I regret to tell you that me and your friendship is also off to a very rocky start.
I'm sorry. Maybe we can fix that later, after I fix the gun.
I wish to speak with you about Roka. It seems that we are not friends.
If you are asking if me and her are friends, it is complicated. We have a business relationship. We work together.
Is that a business relationship that would be strengthened or strained if she were to befall misfortune?
Have you ever thought of becoming a full member of the primacy rather than just a mercenary?
I am unsure what role you would have me fill.
There is a school that teaches inquisitors. If you demonstrate enough loyalty to the primacy, you might be allowed in. How dare you call me a liar? You think I'm a thief? And then you see them start throwing punches at each other. They end up rolling around on the ground. When you look in your backpack, you find a dead mouse, and half of your locust powder's been eaten.
Oh shit.
Man.
We have a scrup problem. Inside, you find a weasel that is trying to tug out your hammer.
Can I roll to catch?
Sure.
Roll to grapple.
Not normal animal behavior. This is like, especially like a boar running through a fire. Does this seem out of the ordinary?
I don't know. Maybe y'all camped in the wrong fucking neighborhood. Just kill the weasel and go help the men.
But what if somebody sent it?
You want a good cop, bad cop, this weasel?
We'll eventually run out of firewood. Somebody will have to get more. How do we keep the animals off of us?
You don't.
What do you mean we don't?
Do not listen to the panic. We will stand our ground. We will hold our place. We will save our shots. And we will be the men that see morning.
So, Rask, I need to know where you are. It's been like an hour. You left Vivaldi, and you went somewhere, and you said that you were going to have a conversation with an operative that you have that you and Nine have captured.
Yeah, definitely.
So where are you?
I went up a tree.
Up a tree.
I went up a tree with this weasel so that it could be fully separated from any version of help.
Ooh, dangling.
I don't know if dangling him will do it, but I definitely did go up a tree. That way I didn't have to deal with all of the bullshit on the ground, because the ground is still absolutely filled with bullshit. I've been up there asking it questions.
Are you going to talk? Do you talk? Who do you work for? Answer me!
Do you have it tied to the tree?
No, I'm holding it
You're holding it.
over the, chasm.
As you hold it, it tries to bite your hand. Oh, I need dice. Ritual complete. The last thing Jay ever thinks to need for Dungeons & Dragons.
And it's like the first thing
Now
you
it's
need.
gotten real. And I pulled up Weasel stats. I'm ready. I got the Weasel stats right here.
Let's go. It's at disadvantage. I'm grappling.
Hang on, Jay. Is it the right weasel?
Sorry. I gotta put my character sheet away from Wacko Mundo. Check it out. Okay, now I got the right Weasel stats.
What a plug.
Yeah.
Love it.
I told them that I have if they speak to animals, if they pull off the spell and they can hear it, I've got the accent down. I'm just gonna be Weasel. I see you've caught me. You'll never take me alive.
I'll never give up anything. I'll hurt you
Exactly.
badly.
I'm
I'll give
loyal.
up everything.
No. This weasel's brave. This weasel's different than the other weasel. Same voice though. So he tries to bite you. He misses. He's trying to bite through you. But do you have gloves on, or is Reyes?
Reyes is ungloved, yeah.
He's ungloved. What do you do? You just pin him with your other arm, and it stops
Yeah,
him
I just
from biting.
fucking move it. I just use my thumb to keep his fucking mouth away from me.
You've never held a weasel. There's no way that would work. But it works, because he rolled a 3.
Hell yeah. Fucking flick his jaw as he tries to bite me.
Stop it!
I know what it is. You've got them weird sticky thumbs.
Yeah.
So you like...
He just has one of his suction cups on the weasel's forehead.
Stop it!
So, yeah, you've been with this weasel.
Yeah.
What do you do?
You're
You're asking it questions. You're getting nothing.
I'm getting nothing. I go,
Either you're just a weasel, or you're an operative in disguise. Either way, if I take a bite, I'm sure I'll find out.
he says to the weasel.
Roll intimidation.
Not my strong suit. 15 is what I rolled.
It stops trying to bite you, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
stares you in the eyes. You see that you've somehow cowed the enemy. It still cannot speak, and it doesn't seem to be trying.
Do I have a pen? I do not have a pen. Though maybe in my poisoner's kit?
But there has Pythons.
No. I wanted a pen. I want to see if he can write.
Oh. I think Naru has one of
I
those
doubt
too.
it.
I'm not sure.
I doubt
I
you have
doubt
a
it.
pen.
I do not have a pen.
It's a particular pack that it comes with, and I would find it wild that you had that pack.
Calligraphy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any version of pen, but I go... I look at it and go...
Now that I've gotten your attention, you can either nod or shake your head. Are you an operative? Not the appropriate response.
and then I take a bite out of one of its legs.
Fucking...
You mean
Damn.
you bite off
Yeah,
one of his
roll,
legs?
roll a... What's your minimum unarmed strike damage?
Oh, fucking low.
I
It's
don't
low.
like what Jeff is doing to my new familiar.
Yeah.
Well,
Really
it won't
rude.
be,
He is not a
it'll be
peep.
unfamiliar soon, I'll tell you that much.
He is not an animal cracker.
Oh, shit. I was wrong. Never mind. I wasn't as wrong as I thought.
1 plus
It's 3.
strength.
It's 3.
But is he a jive turkey?
It's 3. I looked at my
8.
+4 and I thought I was
No, he's a
"Hey,
weasel."
what? It's +4
Weasels-
to hit.
Anybody want to guess how many hit points a weasel has?
It's 3.
It has 1.
Oh!
Oh,
Can I choose to do non-lethal damage?
Yes, you may.
it's not as long as you're not doing a spell.
You bite into it, and you realize that its skin is it moves around a lot. In its skin, it is basically a bag of skin with weasel bones in it. And you try to get hold of the foot, but you bite real into it, and it screams, and it almost like faints immediately. And you're like, if you bite all the way through this thing, it'll just die. It'll just bleed out.
Yeah. It screams, it faints, and then I hold it and I go, still kind of holding it like around the neck-ish, but not choking it, you know? And I'm like,
Yes, you've made the weasel limp.
Wait,
Uh-huh.
so
We
we're
started
not
out
choking the
great.
it's a
weasel?
limp weasel.
Wow.
I look at this limp weasel and I go,
Just a weasel, then, I guess. I'll hold on to it.
and
My man.
and I just sit up there like holding this unconscious weasel. Maybe I'll tie it to the tree. Tying a weasel up might be difficult. Do I have twine?
Nearly
I
impossible.
think I do have twine. Let me check to see if I got twine.
I'm just you would have to have so many points of contact to like tie
Yeah.
a weasel to a tree.
I do
They
have
are a
string.
snake. They're a danger noodle, is what they are. They are
They're a snake inside a fur bag
yes,
with legs.
with legs and teeth that can gnaw through rope.
I have string.
Sorry.
So
Well, his less legs now.
Oh no, it still has the
You
same
can
amount of
cut it off.
legs.
He decided not to cut the leg off. You tie it to this tree. I am not going to belabor this. We are moving the fuck on. Do you sleep? As the night wears on,
No, I don't
the
fucking sleep.
between Adaru's little fortress of men and the rest of the chaos,
Watching this weasel. You think I'm going to leave this
a
weasel
lot of people
unwatched?
do not get any rest. Does anyone try to attempt to sleep? You know, you're up in a tree. You don't have to. You stay up all night. 9.
Gotta keep an eye on this weasel.
Yeah, 9 is definitely in a sentry mode of sorts.
9, staying up all night. Adaru, staying up all night.
No, he's gonna do shifts with people. He's gonna wait for a while, and then he's gonna wake somebody else up to take over watch, so he can get a poor rest.
I'm going to go ahead and roll a d20 plus 10. That's the number of men you've rallied to you.
Sure.
You've got 19 men. And I'm only going to say this because it's worth noting. I don't think I've ever really gone into it. You've been traveling with a platoon of primacy soldiers. A platoon is 40 men. It typically is 40 men and 2 generals. Yours is a little bit different because you have a general, foe, and
Who?
Vivaldi.
You said
Foe?
foe.
Who?
I said who.
Who are you? Of your platoon, of which you guys have lost 10, I believe is the count. Since you first met up and left, you've lost 10 of them. That means that only 10 men from your platoon are not in your little army right now.
Sucks for them.
Yeah, Roka's army was 2 platoons. It's the next morning. Adaru, you do not have a level of exhaustion. You guys do.
Hell yeah, Shaka, bruh.
Vivaldi sends men looking for everybody, and he calls the 3 of you as he's trying to get his generals, so to speak, all together to meet at his tent.
Sure.
About midway through the night, you guys stopped coming under attack. And it was uneasy. There was always animals within line of sight. People saw flashes of eyes in the dark and noises. Like there was wolf howls, the sounds of big cats. It never was quiet. What's up?
I have one thing of note. It would have been basically impossible for Adaru to have hidden the fact that his eyes do the refractory thing, at least for the group of dudes that he was with. A thing of note to you as the DM. Normally, he's not near people at night when that comes up, and he just avoids that, but in this instance, that would have been unavoidable for at least a while.
Couple dudes saw it.
Yeah.
Hey, was Eric with him?
I fucking swear. No, I left him
No.
to die.
No, there was no sign of Eric. Reyes,
For lucky he died. If we're
I
lucky
also
he
have
died. If
2
we're
levels
lucky
of
he died.
exhaustion.
give me since you were interrogating a weasel, give me a perception check with disadvantage. And I think 9 as well. 9 was helping it with tasks all night.
8.
Oh, disadvantage.
Oh, I didn't add anything. Hold on.
9.
Oh,
Well,
wait.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah?
I
Yeah.
just canceled that out. That second roll was bullshit because I already have advantage on perception checks. So,
Mm-hmm.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Breask, After the weasel passes out and you tie him to the tree, something that you did notice that was strange is you caught Foe at Robert's cell, at his cage, during, like, toward the end of the chaos, when everybody's going around. And obviously you can't hear it, but you see him go up to Robert and they talk for a few minutes.
So if I had seen that, you would have said you saw Robert talking to no one.
At all. Robert started talking to himself midway through the night.
Yes, Robert just, which is not weird. I think.
I just want to point out how much of our intel is coming from Jeff being in a tree.
It's a lot. Yeah, he's getting a lot from up there. It's good. It's good to have an eyes in the sky.
Listen, this is my gig, dude. All right?
Scout.
This is my thing. I'm like the guy who sees things and the guy who sneaks. I do those two things decently.
So you guys show up to Vivaldi's tent.
With a weasel.
Yes, with the weasel.
Yes.
A lot of the men pat Adiro on the back as he's walking away, and they've given him a laundry list of concerns that they want him to bring up to Vivaldi as men who just had a really rough night. And it's like, oh, hey, you're gonna talk to the boss? Yeah, go fucking tell him what's up, Adiru. We want representation or some shit. We don't like wolves and shit. Go talk to the boss.
You guys trying to start a union?
Yeah.
Unionize the army.
And that's how you destroy society. You unionize, according to Adiru.
You show up in the tent. Vivaldi is taking stock of what has gone on. He's talking with Roka, and Roka is letting him know, I have lost all of our farm animals. They got away in the night. We are having them check out our other supplies, but it seems that they have struck all of our food. Did you guys save anything? And he turns to Reyes and Nine, because he sent you guys to protect the livestock. Last thing, because you guys have already lost all of your grains and potatoes and stuff, I believe I said in the last episode. Are the pigs all right?
We were able to wrangle some pigs and some livestock and this weasel.
I hold up the weasel and I nod.
I cannot believe you still have that.
I say,
It appears to not be an operative in disguise.
It doesn't know anything. How was Nine doing Rask?
Did we lose?
It was close. It was very close.
I need it. Alright, so we have some livestock. We lost our grains last night. Do we have we lost men? What is the head count? Are we missing people?
I can speak for 19.
would I know that?
I'll let you roll a... What's your passive investigation? You had eyes in the sky.
Passives. 13.
You saw at least a couple of men die, but you're not sure whose side, like which platoon they were a part of.
So when he asks, I say simply,
I'm searching.
We will need to take stock. We will also need to get everything moving as quickly as we can. Roka, I recommend that you put your men under my command, and that we begin to move out immediately. We no longer have the food necessary to make it to Santitas. We are also under attack, and I suspect their plan is to starve us.
Starve. Exhaust. Isolate.
The quartermaster, who he speaks up, and he's like, I think the real target of their attack was made clear last night. They wiped out our water. They kicked over every bucket. Roka doesn't say anything, she just nods.
There is just whistling innocently in the background.
Wear down. Pick off. It's a tactic I have used.
They are treating us like a herd of cattle, and they are wolves. But the herd loses less cattle if it stays together. We move. We need to move now. The longer we sit here, the more we die.
So the weasel doesn't know anything?
I shake my head.
Damn it.
Honestly, it was a Hail Mary at best. It's obvious that they have some sort of control over nature, so it was worth trying. Let's put it in a cage.
I hand over the
Okay.
weasel when he says that.
He does
There you
not
go.
take the weasel. He nods at 9. He just looks at it like, no, I'm not touching the fucking weasel again.
I take the weasel and
He grasps
I
the weasel.
I grab the weasel.
Mm-hmm. Slower.
I firmly grasp it,
Good.
At
and
the base? Or...
I make my way toward Robert.
You're just gonna put it in the same cage as Robert?
So I put it in a cage.
I imagine.
No.
So you're a high intelligence character. I don't think that they build people cages to keep weasels in.
He didn't specify.
What an
This is
interesting choice
white
you
mutiny.
made as character.
Definitely white mutiny. You whatever. No, hold on. It's important. 9, you put the fucking weasel in a cage with
Yeah.
Robert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You throw a limp weasel down in front of Robert, and Robert goes, "Ah, I see the cop has caught another one."
Enjoy lunch. No.
I have not eaten in 2 days. I will eat this weasel.
No one's been feeding you?
I had not eaten in a day before you arrived,
Why not?
because our food stores had gone bad.
Why don't you go get more?
You arrived and imprisoned me in my own town.
Unfortunate.
Yes.
I can...
So,
I can
so do you
get
have any salt or pepper? Because I understand that this is going to be gamey. Gamey? Yes, gamey.
I can get you a cracker?
I will take it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Be right back.
Now, how does
She's
one
going to come
dress
back with
a
some
weasel?
hardtack, which is hard.
Mhm.
Let me tell you, that name is not a misnomer.
Especially because we don't have the water you're supposed to rehydrate it with.
Robert is going to make himself a little hardtack weasel sandwich.
Here you go.
One of the men, if you try to take food, where do you get food from? Hold on, Nine, it's important. Where do you get food from, Nine?
The ground.
What? Are you going to
Well,
give
shit
him
that happened
Pick
last
up
night.
a roll on the ground.
No one's gonna pick up crumbs from the ground.
You throw him a dirty roll.
Yeah.
Roll investigation.
Hey. You want me to roll for a roll?
Yes.
I mean, I've got a pass as of
Roll
16.
for rolls.
his 16 passive isn't enough to get him one?
Honestly, it's 11 plus 6.
Yeah,
17.
I got a 17, Jay.
Now it works. You find a roll. Not only do you find a roll, you actually find a small piece of somebody's, like, you find a sandwich, like a little fucking sandwich, like that
Oh,
somebody
there you
had
go.
dropped before they were attacked.
Yeah, I walk it back to Robert.
I found this. Here you go.
He's just looking at the sandwich. Truly,
Yeah? Don't eat the weasel, though. Don't eat the weasel.
I will not. Thank you. He snatches it out of your hand.
You're welcome.
No take backs. I am I'm very thankful. It is the rule of hospitality that I did not think you primacy pig dogs understood. I did not expect to be fed.
Well, that would be rude. I mean, I don't know. I don't get
Yes,
fed,
it
but
would.
I don't need to eat, so I don't know.
Again, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I gotta go back to my meeting. Bye.
I re-enter the tent. You hear Robert just yelling in the background.
Does anyone else have anything that they need to let us know before we move out? Any other information gathered from last night?
The men are tired and the morale is low. This will not be ideal. I think
course.
a display would be in order. Commemoration or award.
What do you have in mind?
I do not. The men speak for money or representation. But I think we do not have the water to travel far. Yes.
Water is our greatest concern, but the Celis River is only a few days away. Maybe 2.
If we were to travel lighter, to carry less food, would we get there faster? Perhaps we can lower the stocks of food we transport, have a celebratory meal, increase our transportation speed.
Are we still in the middle of being attacked by these animals? Are they still
No,
like,
it
coming
stopped about somewhere like a few hours short of dawn. They're around, like people see the animals around. They haven't left, and you can hear the wolf cries. Like I said before, you can hear the sound of beasts in the darkness.
Okay.
But since daylight, they've kind of disappeared. Like it has eased up in the morning.
Okay, cool.
Halor, I understand that you did very good in rallying our men to your flag, your banner, so to speak. I don't know about this decision. It is incredibly dangerous. What if we cannot renew our food stores?
You cannot hunt? We have seen that the woods are clearly full of animals.
Roll persuasion.
And, Halor produces a paper-wrapped parcel of meat.
Some wolf meat.
Yep.
Roll that persuasion.
Yep.
This is the most evil thing that you've attempted
wild.
to do yet.
Absolutely wild that Adaru would suggest such a thing. We'll just slaughter the forest animals for food. Fuck it.
I know these guys can't hunt. That
Yeah,
one.
no,
That one.
okay. Wow. All right.
They got
Vival-
guns, bud. I don't think you do know
Vivaldi's
they
like-
can't hunt.
Yeah, Vivaldi also knows that these men can't hunt. Our men are borderline idiots. They can't do anything without help. You can hunt, I can hunt, but there's like 50, 60 men. They cannot hunt. So no, I think that it'll be worth taking an additional day to get to the water.
The quartermaster nods emphatically. Yes, they're definitely idiots. Yes,
Yes, no,
all
they're
of them.
They
children.
can't even procure meat from the stores correctly.
Come on.
I can't even trust them to peel a potato. No, yeah.
I'll peel your potato.
They learned from Roy many years ago. And so no, he does not agree to that. He says it will take It would have taken us one day, maybe, if we got rid of all of our supplies. But I think we can make it 2. The men should be able to march. They are trained fighters. We need to get them up and moving. So no to your feast. But maybe I can promise them rest a night on Vivaldi once we get to Santitas. Could you relay this information to them?
Of course.
Do we have horses? Are there carts?
There's got to be some draft horses. Yes. You guys, I have never described
you
horses,
could just
but
have like cattle carry.
Yeah, they could be oxen
wagons.
too.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to
oxen
say.
and
Do we have horse? Do we have mules? Do we have carts?
Between the 3 platoons that you guys are now comprised of, there are a handful of horses. There are several carts. There had to have been a horse to pull fucking Robert nowadays because we put him in a big cage. So yes, there's a handful of horses. Is there anything important that anyone needs to relay? No? Then go. Get our men moving. We need to leave this area. Pack your belongings or leave it behind. We are going.
The weasel knew nothing.
Okay. I think at this stage, Reyes has already been packed. He has everything in his pack, and he'd been keeping it with him this whole time.
You haven't slept for 2 nights. I'm assuming you never unpacked. Reyes is easy. Why would you?
I was going to
why
go to
would you
sleep.
unpack if you haven't slept in 2 nights?
That's fair.
Adaru, in now normal fashion, does not leave until he's the last one out, and he always has one more thing for Vivaldi.
What are you, fucking Columbo?
Yes.
One more thing.
One more thing.
One more thing.
Alor, I see you make it a habit to be the last one in the room.
I have one more thing to ask or recommend.
I had one more thing for you as well. What is yours?
Many of our men may be unsuitable to fight, either now or if they go further without rest. We may need to find some way to provide them a modicum of recovery, or they will not be able to aid us if we need them. Another night of no sleep wouldn't do you well.
I fear that our men will not get rest, specifically because it will not be given to them by this new enemy. I have a suspicion that they have come for something in particular. He goes over to a table and he lifts up a rag that is covering the sword. It is a 1.5-hand scimitar of substantial size. It has a nice, heavy, sharp steel blade. And the hilt is made from the horn, or part of a horn, probably of some sort of antler. The edges have been knocked off except for the bottom, which still has one hooked end from like the nubbin of an antler. I believe that this is a relic of the Broken Circle, and I have worries that it is the reason they've been drawn to us.
Then discard it.
The quartermaster said that you had been looking for it. I was wondering if you had an insight as to what it is.
It is a nice sword. I saw it in the tavern, and when it was mentioned in the manner of the governor, I suspected it would make a nice replacement for the blade I carry.
Until I know more about it, I'm going to keep it here, but maybe if you keep doing such good work for me, it will be a great reward for your extra efforts. In the meantime...
May I ask, your concern is this is the item they seek, so they keep it in your tent in the center of our camp.
You think a better, more safe place to keep it?
I think a place that maybe causes less collateral damage. Are you for the safety of your sword or safety of your men? Because that is a decision you will need to make, and people will hear and feel that, whichever way you go. It is just a piece of steel, is it not?
He does not answer you, but your insight gives you the answer you need, and it's that he does not actually put his soldiers' well-being over his own needs or goals. And he says, I think it will be safer here. I have many wards on my tent. This is a safer place than anywhere else in the camp. And once we start moving, I don't think we're going to stop moving till we are away from the enemy or have met someplace where we can hold out properly.
We are heading to Santitas, no?
In the long run, but that is many, many days. If we do not find food and water before then, we will not make it to Santitas.
Perhaps rather than marching during the day and attempting to rest during the onslaught that will no doubt come again, we rest during the day and march at night.
It might be worth doing. For now, the primary goal is to get to water, because we only have a few days before we will all die if we cannot find a good source of water. You are a woodsman, correct?
I know my way around the woods, yes.
We need to find water. I'm making this your goal. Take whoever you need and help us find water. If we get to the river, so be it. In the meantime, maybe you can find us a stream or pond.
Let me tell you, my friend, I've got some roles to fail. I will fuck this up.
Absolutely, I know you will do your best.
With my 5 on top of a nat 1, I promise you failure.
And that is all I have. Go.
Azuish. And he does his flowery crap and leaves.
You guys get moving. It's a full day of hard marching, and everyone has disadvantage except for Adaru on any of these checks.
No, not just Adaru, because once we get moving, I'm going to make my way to the top of Robert's cage, and I will be sleeping up there.
You're going to sleep, roll stealth.
Hold on,
Diabolical.
I have to figure out what rolls I have disadvantage on because of my 2 fucking...
It's an ability check. It's this one.
Yep, ability checks and speed is halved. So I have to get on top of this thing. My speed is halved.
You're at speed is halved? Ooh,
He's bad.
That's right.
He's 2 in, yeah.
Ah, yes, I've pulled up the rules for exhaustion. It's time for y'all to enter the death spiral.
That's a stealth roll?
Wait, can he do coke about it?
No,
No.
he doesn't have any more.
I don't
He
know.
has
I have
one.
one last package.
Gotta
Which
save that.
Yeah, I'm trying to save. Oh,
And at best,
still
it
a
would just
dirty
make
20.
him forget that he has 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah,
So you rolled 2 checks. You took the
Dirty
lowest one.
20.
What was it?
still a dirty 20.
Still a dirty 20. You
I got
sneak
really
up
lucky there.
and you get a full night's rest. You sleep
Oh,
up on
wow.
top of Robert's
Just-
tent.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep up there. I was going to say I wanted to talk to Aubert, but I'm actually going to talk to him after I wake up. So I'm going to sleep.
It's
Sure.
wild. It's wild.
Reyes,
He's just on a cage. No one says anything about the
I mean,
fact
I
that
he
presume
rolled
he's
it.
in
He
the car.
stealthed up there.
on the job.
I stealthed
guess.
up there, and also, you can imagine about you are maybe the only person tall enough to see the top of it. You know what I'm saying? Unless
Yeah.
you're looking, you can't just see
Yeah, I
the top
imagine
of the
that once
cage.
they put the cage on a cart, it's high enough up that he could, if he's laying flat enough, not be seen.
It probably helps that I'm sure they throw a tarp over the top of it to Budgie Robert to get him to shut the fuck up.
Okay.
They
It's
just
like a
get
bird.
tired of listening to Robert and he talks less shit.
You
when
privacy
he's
big
covered.
dog, I kill you! And then the tarp goes over and he just goes quiet.
Oh, it must be night. I will go to sleep.
To sleep now.
Like a fucking bird.
Reyes, you fall
Yeah.
asleep.
Absolutely. Fuck it.
You wake up on a cot in a room that is familiar and not familiar. Quiet music plays in a neighboring room.
It's familiar, but it's not too not familiar.
I wake up on the cot and I look around. Do I know what's going on this time?
Oh
Do I
yeah,
feel
you
like
remember.
instant recognition. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're in a dream space. When I described it the first time as familiar but not familiar, it's the idea that when you're in a dream, you don't actually know until you think about it, right? Like you just roll with a dream, even though it makes no sense. That's kind of how they
Right.
go.
Right. Yeah, of course. So yeah, I wake up on the cot and I get up and I look around, kind of stay on the cot for a while, and I just wait. Because I'm still very tired, even though I'm sleeping. I kind of think that I'm just like taking the opportunity to like rest,
I don't
even mentally.
think exhaustion applies here. In the
I
yeah.
don't think so either, but I think that
He can't remember the
Reyes-
last time he enjoyed a bed.
I think Reyes thinks he's tired. You know what I'm saying? I think that it is he feels tired, like mentally.
Reyes wakes up. Ooh, a mattress. Oh, it's been a minute. Oh, I missed you, baby. Oh, futon.
the door cracks open after a little while, and you hear a little. Hello, Reyes?
Yes,
It is me, Avon. Do you remember?
yes.
I'm sorry to bother you. I've been trying to reach back to you because I told you that I would try again.
About your car's extended warranty.
First question I have for you, Reyes, is you've been having trouble sleeping. It has been difficult to get to you.
Reyes sits up, and the door's cracked. Is she like in the crack of the door, or is it just cracked and she's like talking from her desk?
She's literally just poked her head in and knocked. She's not being intrusive on purpose. Like, hi, I don't have all day, but hello.
So Reyes sits up and he looks at her and he goes,
It has been difficult to sleep lately. There have been many obstacles in the way of achieving rest.
Would you like to come in and talk about it?
I would rather not wake up. So I guess
and he gets up and he sort of almost drags his feet and gets in there and takes a seat or whatever chair it is. Just looks at her.
Thank you, Reyes. I just wanted to let you know that this will not interrupt any rest you are having in the real. You can stay here for quite some time, and it will not affect you in the real, in your waking day. And
that is fine. I'll stay here because last time I left, I woke up, and I prefer not to wake up early this time.
It is quite possible that when you leave here, you will wake up. Usually the timing works that way, but you should be at the end of your sleep schedule. For now, I just thought maybe we could talk while you are here.
Go on.
Well, when you first were sent to me, it was because Dobbin was worried that you were not handling your extra duties with the primacy platoon you've been supplied to, and you didn't seem like you wanted to speak on that. Maybe we could start with what's happening to you right now.
Right now, the platoon that I am forced to stay with is being assaulted by animals, most likely of the Broken Circle's control. I am sleeping on top of the cage of a captured Golden Rose Knight.
I see. You are having quite a day. She's, like I said before, she is a halfling-sized tiefling. She gets up and she goes over to a bookshelf and she pulls a couple of books and she flips through them. Ah, yes, a Knight of the Golden Rose. Oh my god, you are fighting a general in Valerian army? And I don't have anything on this Broken Circle, but I'll try to get caught up on what they are next time we speak.
They are a thorn in the side of society.
I see. Are you in danger?
From the moment I joined up with this platoon, I've been in danger.
This is normal for men in service of any kind. Why is this bothering you particularly? There's nothing wrong with it bothering you, but I would like to dial in.
Because normally I have more control over the level of danger I'm in any given moment.
So it is not the danger itself that is bothering you, Reyes, but it is the lack of control?
It is being forced to work with these.
And the black and blue hexagonal pattern goes across his face.
Work with these people.
I've noticed that your skin is doing a thing. Could you explain that to me?
Am I the first Crestkin you've talked to?
Yes. I've never worked with a Crestkin.
We communicate using our skin largely.
She pulls another book off a shelf, looks through it, and then pulls another one down and puts it on the stack as you've been bringing things up. Next time we meet, I would be more prepared to communicate with you, I hope.
I am not well versed in our language, but there are certain things I cannot control well.
Why are you not well versed in your own language?
Do you not know what the apotheosis does?
I, of course, have limited knowledge because the apotheosis is very clandestine and off the books part of the primacy's workings. So no, I do not know the details. I understand that they do things differently.
I was taken from my family at a young age.
Her brow furrows. How young?
Being able to tell you exactly is challenging, for I've been through a lot since then, and your recording of time and mine may not be the same.
I'm not gonna lie to you there. I took some liberties on the idea of what do they keep? Would it keep track of age? Would that matter? Would it be seasons? Would it be tides?
I mean,
I'm not
going to tread old ground and argue with Jeff's character about how time works. We did that. That bit is old. So,
fair. That is old ground.
She just nods. But she does look confused by the idea that you don't measure time the same.
I'm saying between the amount of time that I know he's been there and between him being relatively young at the time, and honestly, between the fact that we never really pinned down exactly when he was picked up, probably somewhere around 10.
What you're saying is there was a point when Reyes counted the tides, and then there was a point when he didn't have tides to count, and then he learned how to count days, and he's not sure how much time was in between those two.
Correct.
If I had to guess, somewhere around 10 years old.
Roll insight.
That's a 18.
You see her, and you see that she's supposed to remain passive, right? But the idea that you were kidnapped at 10 years old, that bothers her. Like, she's upset at this information.
Yeah.
I see there's a lot for us to get into, and I don't expect for us to do too much today. You are just learning to open up to me, but I am amazed at the ground that at the walls we've knocked down just today. It's very good, Raisk.
I am surprised you know so little coming into this.
There are many things that are not covered in the books that I have. Do you think there are many books written about Crestkin?
Likely not, unless written by Griddle.
Yes, and I imagine he has his own libraries. I don't believe he's published anything.
Likely not. I would prefer we don't spend much of these times with me talking. I don't like to talk.
I understand. I am going to do my best to get you to talk, because that is what I am here for. And if anything, what you have shown me is that there is a great need for you to open up and discuss some of these things. I think they will help you. Is there anything else that has been bothering you?
Anything new that's bothering me?
He asks questioningly.
Everything is new to me, Reyes. You've just started talking.
Reyes stands up and he approaches her desk and he looks at her and he leans in to look at her in her eyes.
She looks up at you because she's very short.
Life is pain for me, so every moment bothers me.
And then he walks out.
You guys travel for a day. Forced march. A Daru.
Yeah.
Do you do anything to further what Vivaldi asked you to do?
Yeah, we can do that. I need to do some rolls and stuff. Are we near a part of the world that I have any pre-existing familiarity with?
Yes. You are getting more and more home, so to speak. These are like literally, basically north of the Celis River, you'll be in like literally your old hunting grounds.
Okay.
So this isn't exactly where you spent the majority of your time, but you know this area. You've been here.
All right.
You've probably passed through here.
How do you want me to pursue this without taking liberties at my character's knowledge? You just want me to roll survival?
Survival's always the best way to do it. I'll give it with the advantage.
Can I take my passive instead?
I mean, yeah. Well, so here's my question. Are you actually trying to find water? Because that was the request. But I also fully expected Daru to just pretend to try to find water. So what are you trying to do? You don't even have to roll yet. I
mean, I'm trying to find water. I need to find water for me. Fuck
for
these
you.
guys. I need to... End of the day, I will need me to find water.
Sure.
At the end of the day. First thing first, is that while men are packing up to leave, they were just sort of throws that in to motivate them. I spoke to Vivaldi. There's nothing he can do for us now, but he says that when we arrive in Santitis, we have night on his coin.
When you give them that information, do you sell it as a positive or negative thing?
I sell it as a positive.
Okay.
This is to the group of 19.
Yeah.
I don't tell anybody else.
Which is most of them. Like I said, you had 40, you've lost 10.
To be clear,
there's only
I
about
don't
10
tell
other
anybody
men.
else. I let everybody else be upset. Roka's men, the other, 8 dudes or whatever, they don't get to know that it's going to be cool when we get there. I am only pumping up the group of, effectively, my followers.
Sure. You go back and you tell them, like I said, they kind of take that information with a grain of salt. They don't seem particularly stoked about it, but they're mollified, and they pack up and they get ready to go. They understand the situation they're in.
The big point is, I did ask, and I got you something. And it's probably bullshit, but I did ask.
So what do you do?
Well, I don't find water.
You don't. You just don't. Do you take anything
No,
with you or
I
just
might.
go off on
Hang
your
on,
own?
I rolled a fucking 7 and a 1. I add 5, so,
Oh, shit. Yeah, you find water for yourself. You do find a small puddle of kind of brackish water. You can slake your thirst at it.
Wait, brackish?
It's not great.
As in salty?
Is that what that... No.
Yes, brackish is the zone... Ryan?
I mean, if we're gonna do it somewhere.
Mitch's random fact.
So Jay, brackish water is the water between a saltwater and freshwater zone, where it is not the normal consistency of seawater or the normal consistency of freshwater. Typically, you find it at river outlets and estuaries, but sometimes you find it at lakes, things like that. So you just mean shitty water.
I do mean shitty water. Apparently, there's a definition of brackish meaning unpleasant or distasteful, but it's just applied to like anything. It's not just water. Yeah, that's what I meant. Shitty water. It's a little bit muddy. It's a little bit bad. It's got some gnats in it. Like,
double ding. I didn't know that. I only knew it in the scientific context.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because it'll kill both fish. In most cases.
It's shitty water.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's shitty
It is
water.
shitty
all
water.
right.
You find shitty water. It is not salty. You find water that you can drink, but it's not great.
But it sucks. Okay. Well, if it's only enough for a Dehru, then a Dehru drinks.
You could also fill a pack. Like, you could drink and you could fill a canteen.
Okay, then a Dehru does that. He drinks and fills a canteen. So he looks for water, but he also looks to see if he can find any of his people while he's out there.
Like,
he's got sort of
separated
double
from them? Or...
Yeah, a Dehru went out, he tells the guys, yeah, boss wants me to go find water, I'm gonna go find water.
Sure.
And then he goes to do that, but he's also looking to see if he can find any of his circle. Sorry, not his people, his circle.
Oh, sorry. You very confused me because I just think that you're people of the primacy nowadays.
No, fuck you. The circle, Jay. God, you disgusting primacy pig dog.
You fill up your canteen, you drink your water, you can remove your level of exhaustion.
I didn't have one.
Oh yeah, you slept. That's right. You are a real son of a bitch.
I'm staying healthy.
Yeah. Ryan does not have to worry about eating or drinking. He does have to worry about rest, I believe. Correct? When it comes to exhaustion. But, so yeah, you find water. What do you do? How do you get their attention?
I have no idea. How would I get their attention? I guess I'm effectively tracking them. I guess I'm effectively tracking to see if I can find, my people.
Tuki.
Yeah, he just walks into the forest and he's like,
Just reminding you again, helmet on,
yes.
Fully kitted like an enemy. I'll find him. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just walks into the forest and he goes,
whatever the hell these guys are doing, yeah.
I have no idea. Just let them do their thing.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, no, I mean, you do make a good point. I'm not going to take all the shit off because that would be just...
silly.
As a guy who regularly puts armor on and off and clothing on and off,
You don't do that.
The helmet's definitely coming
Well,
off.
obviously,
Fresh
yours
air
comes
would be
off
nice.
easy because we've already described it as tearaway fucking chainmail for whatever reason.
It's the robes and shit that are a bitch. The helmet comes off about 100 yards out from transport. Fresh air is nice, and there hasn't had that in a long fucking time. So, not entirely obvious. But yeah, no, he is still wearing the shit of the people he is pretending to be. So there is going to, he's going to shift and search for evidence of his people.
The moment you shift.
One, because it shows who I am, and two, because it gives me advantage.
Yeah, the moment you shift, you pick up scents all over the place. The primal senses kick on, and you basically see the fucking stink trails like Pepe Le Pew of all of the animals in this area. You smell wolves, you smell mountain lions, you smell wild boar, you smell birds and weasels and other rodents, and most notably, you smell the telltale whiff of your old friend Calith. It was the one other than Ashlyn.
The one that was chill with me, right?
Chiller, yeah. She's still thinking.
Everyone thinks I'm an idiot, but she was chill about it.
She was chill. She offered you a tumble before she took off.
Tumble before the rumble.
But then decided you were an idiot and not worth her time.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the smell of her, as well as... No. Druids pass without trace. Never mind.
Hey,
so yeah,
what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
Well, you're not a druid. Always.
Shut up.
So yeah, you smell all that stuff, and you just follow it? What's up?
Yeah, I'm trying to make contact with someone who's not in the shit with the dudes.
You wander out into like a little bit of woodland area, like some copse of trees nearby, and you go out there, and you don't get far before you hear a whistle from to the side, and perched, like hanging one arm from a tree, sort of like a foot up off the ground, not even far, just sort of like casually chilling. You see Calith. Hello there.
My friend, it's good to be seeing you here.
It's good to see you too. I didn't think you'd be alive.
I told you what I'd be doing, and you'd be doubting, but I saying it'd be working, wouldn't I not?
Of course I doubt you. You're stupid.
Rude.
Did I not see you fighting with the primacy soldiers, keeping them alive down there last night?
I isolated them, separated them. How many did...
Separated them into a big group of 19? How are they separated?
And left all the others for you. I can't go and be killing all of them. That'd be blowing my cover. I'm nearly close to be doing what I'm trying to do. I found the sword.
We're not trying to kill them, you fool. We're trying to starve them to death. They're going to die. They're going to die of thirst.
And why are you going to be saying that having them grouped up be mattering? See, I've been making myself look good with them. And I know where the sword is.
You did?
I know where the goddamn sword is. I found the fucking thing. Yes. That's what I've been trying to
Then give
That's
it.
what I've been trying to be telling you. I know what it is.
Give it up. Why are you not... What? This is the news you should be starting with.
I did start with that. You'd be asking me dumb questions, I'd be feeling the end, but you'd be too busy with your fucking questions.
Give me the sword. We'll take it to Sukol.
That's what I'm telling you. Don't be having it yet. It's locked up. I'm trying to be getting it.
So you don't have it.
No, I said I know. What I be telling you? What fucking words be coming out my mouth? My good lass, I be telling you I know where the thing is. I don't have it yet, or I would have it in my hand now, wouldn't I? Look at me. Look at me. Where'd I be hiding the whole ass
No,
for?
shut up. Hold on. What you're telling me is that you found it in a place that we are ambushing without your help, and we are going to slowly starve and die of thirst, which means that we're the ones who are going to get it because you don't have it yet.
Well, then we'd be calling it the foot race now, wouldn't we? Be seeing who can get it first.
I guess.
What I be coming here
If
to
I
telling
get it
you.
before you do, I'm bringing it to Sukol.
What I be coming here to be telling you is for you and Soko. The ones you be killing ain't the ones be mattering. The ones that eat, the ones that drink, the ones that sleep, they ain't being the ones that mattering. The ones you need to kill.
They're doing the...
No, the ones you need to kill.
They're the ones that be killing.
No, the one you need to kill is the higher up ones. They're the ones that matter. You take one pawn off the bottom, they just replace it. And the metal monstrosities, I've been watching them. They don't eat. They hardly sleep. I thought I'd be knowing what the half-bad of it was. Then I'd be seeing the big one. They call them by numbers. And the number's big. 7-something. I met the one they call 9. Was thinking not so big a deal. Fairly small. Something a couple better could take. Then this other. 70-something. That means there's 70-something of them out there. And this thing's large. Bigger than cat bear. Bigger than 2 cat bear. And even when the elders be summoning big things, it's being about that size. That's what we need to be killing.
They're easy to kill when they don't have men with guns nearby.
I'm gonna be trying something. I'm thinking I can get this thing. I'm thinking I can be telling it to make it go out on its own into the woods. Are you being able to handle it if I can do that? If I can get it away from the men with the guns?
It's not up for me to make the call. I'm going to go get Sukol.
If I wait too long,
Will you-
they will be suspicious. I can wait, but only a moment, breath.
Sukol is ahead. He went to meet with Doof and Thrut.
How far?
So you understand, Sukol is one of the lowest level druids in the circle. He is of a full druid rank, and Dulf and Thrut are higher up. The fact that there are essentially 2 higher ranking members of the circle here, as well as a lower level, implies that there's a lot of...
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, it's a lot of circle muscle that's being thrown this way. You know that they all specialize in certain types of nature magic, typically.
Yeah.
He's far away. It'll take us a couple hours to get to him.
Do you be knowing if there'd be water anywhere be nearabouts? They be sending me out scouting for water.
No, there is no water abouts. Dulf is here with Thrud.
It'd be what I figuring, but I can be coming back, but I need a moment.
All right, I'll let Sukul know that you want to talk to him.
Which way be they be heading? Which way be they camping about?
They're going to be putting as much as between your men and the river as possible, and they're not going to like it when they get to the river.
Good to be done. They be having me coming around about looking for water and all that. That's what they think I'm good for, so I'm going to keep it as a ruse. I'll be coming back out again when I can. I'll keep you appraised.
Maybe I can convince Sukul to give just enough water for you.
Perhaps. I found some. If you be wanting me be leading certain path, perhaps we can be having Flood put water in a place that be working well for us. Why I'd be waiting for the river when we can be setting up water wherever we be wanting it? If you be having Dulf, I know what Dulf be doing. Put water where you need it. I lead them to it.
I don't need water. We're keeping them from getting it. They're going to die of thirst.
Well, all I'm saying is why be waiting to lure them to the river? You can be having water wherever you want it.
There's no river.
You just said that they weren't going to be liking what I got when I got to the river. I know there'll be a river there. Unless you be making it not to be a river there.
There should be a river there.
Ah.
But Dulf and Thrud are a terrifying team.
Well, I don't know what I even be bothering trying to help you about then.
You don't need to help us. That's why you're stupid.
What you gonna do?
Just leave and help us kill them when they're all tired and sick.
What y'all be gonna do about the metal things?
That's when we might need your help.
One of them I'd be thinking we can take away. It is strange. It can't be feeling more than much just an item would. It's not just a thing. It's got thoughts. It thinks. Not in ways I'd be liking, but it'd be thinking and feeling. It's on this.
She gets like a look on her face, like, ugh.
I know. I know. I can't say I like it myself. It's blaspheme. But what I be saying is that one is on a mission. That one need itself be going only as Santos. It'd be looking for someone. It calls its maker. Maybe we'll find that maker. Maybe we find out how to unmake them. Anything be knowing how
to its maker.
Anything be knowing how to making things, be knowing how to unmaking things, right?
Mayhap, but it's too much. You're going to get in too deep. Aderu, come back. We're going to wipe out this group you're with. You're done. You've done your mission. You brought them here. You've weakened them. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing you can do. Join us. Come back.
What I'm telling you is you're scratching only at the lightest bits of the fur and flesh. It's like if you or I were to die right here, standing in a grove. It wouldn't be mattering much at all. We don't matter. We're not big enough. This group
you're
isn't
to
big
someone
enough.
who cannot help you. I can't make the decision for you. I'll tell Suko.
I need them to know. I need them to know that what I be finding is that these ones that we be biting at, the bits we be chewing off, they ain't mattering. They have a massive herd of these sheep people that they just put in this armor and they put in the clothes and they just fill them back out. You kill 10 today, they'll have 10 more tomorrow, but they're gonna be fresh. You need to go higher. We need to strike deeper into the heart of the beast instead of being all we're doing is scratching at the bits of the armor.
You know the teachings. If there's too many herds, then they will destroy the land. They will eat too much. You must have predators to thin that herd. It is not our job to remove the herd or take away the shepherd, though the shepherd is a problem.
I am trying.
We can remove him, we can, but you must thin the herd, or they will destroy the land.
You must thin the herd, but if you thin this herd right now, I fear I ain't be finding the shepherd, and I feel like I be getting closer. They offered to be making me one of the shepherds.
I keep telling you, I cannot make the decision. I go talk to Sukon. You go back. Come with me or go back. Make your choice.
I must go back and report that there is no water. Is there a path you would like me to guide them in? Towards the river?
Towards the river. We don't really care where. We're watching you. We know which way you'll go. We can change.
Fair travels then.
Good travels, Deru.
Carry a toss in the hay.
Oh yeah, oh aye. So y'all fuck. And 9. Is there anything that you'd like to do during the travel day?
Watch.
Whoa,
Watch
9.
what?
Whoa. 9 takes notes.
You're gonna watch a roll in the hay? Ooh, learning all kinds of things.
Hey, I'm trying to learn more human things.
Spit
9
on
taking
it.
notes. That's how he feels about his mother.
You're currently learning what it looks like when people get thirsty. It's been a day without water. Doesn't take long before people start getting kind of tired and cranky and useless.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Who do I run across that's very thirsty? Eric.
You totally run across Eric.
Eric's not
though.
Eric's not thirsty. Eric, for some reason, keeps pulling out a fucking wineskin or
Yes. That's what I was about
like
to say.
a keg of
Eric don't look
mead
too
or
bad.
something.
You
I don't
remember,
know.
Eric don't
barbarians,
look
we
bad.
precipitate alcohol and thrive off of it.
He's not
Yeah,
thirsty.
Eric
He's
seems fine.
drinking booze, which is
Eric's
dehydrating
got
him, but he doesn't.
Yeah,
know that.
Eric's got thank you. Eric's got a group of people, and he's traveling, and he's like telling stories and using up a lot of moisture, running his mouth like he tends to do. And everybody else around him is just like confused by the fact that he doesn't seem particularly tired.
Hey, Eric.
Oh, hey, 9.
Hey, so it seems to be a concern that there is no water, and the men seem to be not doing well. But you seem to be fine. Why is that?
I'm a barbarian. I'm used to going a long time without it. I'm like a camel.
Weird. Can the men not do what you do?
Yeah, right? Can I see your humps?
My hump.
His
Oh,
lovely lady
my
lumps.
lovely
His
barbarian
lovely
lumps.
Eric lumps.
No, I don't suspect they have the sort of training that I'm used to doing.
You can train to do that?
Mainly, you just do it repeatedly until you get better at it.
We should tell them about that.
I think they're in the middle of training right now. Isn't that right, guys?
He pats somebody on the back, and the guy barely has the energy to give him the finger, gives him the pinky. Fuck you, Eric.
Okay, well,
I understand Adaru has gone looking for water. He seems very capable. Maybe he'll be able to get us some.
hopefully. It would be bad if we lost any more men to this dehydration.
Hey, 9.
Yes,
Since I have you here, you have access to Vivaldi's tent, do you not?
if he calls for me, I can't just go in there.
Oh, never mind then.
Was there something you needed?
I'll check in with him later.
Okay. Have you seen 75?
Yeah, he was, believe he was pulling the wagon that holds our new friend Robert. Or at least staying near it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I head that way.
Nice talking to you.
Bye.
Anyway, as I was saying, if you're in the area.
So you go to 75?
Hey, 75. I have your gunlets here, and I think that I've got it back up to at least working order. It needs a few more parts, but that'll have to wait till I get to Santos. It will fire, though.
He just comes to a
Once.
stop in his march as you walk up to him.
It's a little.
And he looks at the gauntlets.
It might not be as accurate, but your sensor should be able to account for that.
So you've kind of half-assedly fixed it, not like fully.
Yeah.
Some fucking
Correct.
weasel stole our goddamn number 10.
I believe I told you, fix it.
We don't have the parts necessary for me to fix it entirely. We also don't have another gun lance for me to pull the parts from, so I'm afraid I've done as much as I can.
I was told you were a talented artificer.
I am? That doesn't mean I can make parts appear.
He just sort of stares at you for a while. Like he wants to yell at you. Like he's looking for any reason to continue yelling at you, but your logic is sound.
Yeah, is there anything else I can do that doesn't require parts we don't have?
You have a lot of excuses to not follow direct orders from your primacy bidders.
Ooh, do it. Tell him he's a hoe. Tell him he's not your real dad.
One of my primacy bidders said I didn't need to help you at all, and I still did.
The lights in his eyes turn that dark, smoldering red that he does when it seems that he's getting irritated.
Theru colors.
Yeah. 75 has 9 colors, and it is a deep, dark red. He glares at you. He takes the gun lance, and he pulls a shell from a bandolier and puts it in place.
If we were not on the same side, I would make sure this gun lance works. Leave.
Okay.
Is he in front of Robert's cart?
Yeah, this whole thing is happening in front of Robert's cart. Robert
Am I
goes,
asleep?
Yeah, you tell him 9! You tell the primacy pig toilet!
I like how Robert is exploring himself, just trying to really not lock in how he feels about the primacy on an individual level.
Oh yeah, he's gonna know everybody. 75 glares at Robert. Robert looks at him, is like, until you give me a sandwich, you can suck on it! And gives him pinkies.
Well, if I can find a nice sandwich, I'll let you know.
Please do, I am hungry again.
Also, what the hell?
Also, water is the next one. No one will give me any water.
We're out of water. We're actually all looking for water, so yeah.
You gave the prisoner food.
Yes?
Did anyone tell you that you could feed the prisoner?
No one told me I couldn't feed the prisoner.
When our men are starving,
The prisoner is important. The prisoner should not die on our watch. That would be bad. We can't get information out of him.
you are a Santetian warforged. You do not think for yourself.
I did?
Why?
I don't know. I can't. I was made this way.
The Maker made both of us. I follow orders.
I follow the makers.
The Maker has ordered us to follow orders.
Yes?
The colors on 75 change again. He turns to like from the deep red to a dark purple now. The lights in the machine. And once again, if a machine can show emotion, 75 looks confused.
This is how I've always operated.
I will let Roka and Vivaldi know that you need to be tuned up by an artificer as soon as possible.
Okay.
He nods and looks very content now. He's figured out the problem. This robot just needs a tune-up. That's it. That's what's going on. This existential dread is fine. And goes about pulling the ropes, getting the cart moving again with the horses.
Over.
By 9! Water, please. Don't forget.
When I can.
Very thirsty.
Working on it.
Super, really thirsty.
Literally as soon as I can.
Do not give water to the prisoner.
Don't have any water to give him.
At this stage, after she walks away, Robert hears,
God, is that you?
Not God.
I regret to inform you that you need a lozenge.
I am aware.
Oh. He dents his voice down when he side eyes 75, not far away. Could you tell me what you're doing on my roof?
I was sleeping until that Warforged made such a racket.
Yes, I understand. Can I help you? No, you know what? You can help me. I will not tell the 75 unit that you are asleep while everyone is marching. If you break me out right now, yes, now, you'll break me out right now, or I will tell him.
I will not be breaking you out, and I will be leaving your roof. But I do have a question for you.
I feel like I made my stakes very, very, very clear. I need water, and I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell on you. You're going to let me out.
I roll off the roof and flip onto grabbing his bars, so now it just kind of looks like I've jumped onto the cage.
Uh-huh.
And I'm looking at him through the cage.
Why did Foe come talk to you?
Foe. Who's Foe?
The red one.
The one in charge?
One of the ones in charge. The one in silver robes.
Oh, no, he just wanted to check on me.
Is that all?
Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, but with advantage. 19 plus 3. 22.
He's lying. He's definitely the vibe says that he's fucking lying. They were talking for a little bit, and they didn't look like prisoner. He wasn't being verbally abused by Foe or anything like that. He wasn't being mistreated by Foe during your little talk. It looked like a quiet talk where they had their face near each other at the bars.
Now, kid.
And Robert is just being flippant.
Why lie? What does it serve you to lie?
It should not serve me to tell any of you primacy pig dogs the truth either. There's nothing I gain by telling you a goddamn thing. What do you have for me?
I can choose not to kill you, because in case you didn't notice, I'm the one that'll get away with it.
I think that you do not understand a Knight of the Golden Rose. I will gladly die for my country and my king. So if you were to do it, do it. It will simply end this charade. Because I am either going to escape and kill every one of you here, you primacy pigs, or I will die. I am ready for either.
I narrow my eyes at him, and I nod, and I go,
In the pursuit of protecting your crown is all I needed to know.
and I drop off the cage, and I walk away.
I'm straight up surprised that he said, or I will die. I assumed he would just say, or I will get out and I will kill you all. I assumed he was going to say it again. There's no dying for Robert.
No other.
Yeah.
He's that kind of cocky.
I will either get out, or I will get out. I drop off his cage, and I just walk away.
He like tries to like half. You hear him yelling, 75! Toilet! Yo, primacy toilet! Man sleeping on my cup! Hey! Oh, damn it, he's too late. You guys travel all day. And, well, you guys travel till around 5, what would be about 5 p.m. Twilight. When it starts to get lighter, and Vivaldi has everyone stop for a moment, and he takes count of everyone, see if we lost anyone. You did. One soldier is missing. And...
Missing or dead?
I mean...
Missing.
Both, likely.
mean-
Yeah. You, Foe, Eric, everyone's there. All the main players are there. Roka's men are there. She takes count, and she's missing too. It has been brought to my attention that we are on a dangerous road, and as you can all tell, we are in dire straits. A new enemy has arisen and is going to try to starve us, make us die of thirst, and our only hope is to get to the river. The sooner we get there, the better. But I know you all need rest. It has been brought up by Halor that we might be able to make safer, easier travel at night. I consider this dangerous. I think it'd be easier for us to be separated while moving. However, everyone's lives are at stake. I wish to hear the opinions. You've also marched all day and you're all tired. Do you think you have it in you to keep marching through the night?
My thought was to rest first. We've already marched them to the point where they need sleep. I think the discussion is null now.
I could give us a 4-hour rest before nightfall. That is why I've called this meeting now. It is time to make the decision. We either march for 4 more hours and rest, or we rest for 4 more hours before marching again. But we will not get a full night's sleep. Not tonight. Not till the following day.
Is he addressing all of the men right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's here. He's got you guys. He's like, first and foremost, he's discussing things with Roka and y'all. You have all sort of ended up as like proxies for his men, so to speak. But the men are also behind y'all. Like, they're people craning their necks to hear what's going on.
The less time we spend stopped, the better. Day or night, risk is the same.
I only need 4 hours.
Halor turns away from all the COs to the men, specifically wherever the largest grouping of the dudes that were with him was.
Right behind you.
I think it would be best to rest now and travel in nighttime. No matter what we do at night, we are at disadvantage. But if we are all awake at night, it is more eyes to be watching. Anytime some of us sleep, is less eyes. Sleep during the day when it is hot and the walking is exhausting. Walk during the night when all eyes can be walking to protect us and it is cooler. We will get to the river quicker, and all of this will be over.
Anybody else address the men, or just the Darum? Is it time to just sort of take the vote?
That sounds like a perception roll to me. Or a persuasion roll.
It is not about how persuasive you are. This is about how tired they are. The man directly in front of you is, if I'm down, I'm going to stay down. I need a full night. If you tell me to set up camp, I am not getting up in 4 hours. There's no way. And you see a lot of nods amongst the group.
Halor's gonna pull a move. He turns around to the COs and says, "My apologies." And he turns back to the men and says, "They cannot stop you. You outnumber them manyfold to one. They can give you order, but they cannot control you here. But it is important that we all work together." You
see a few of them, knit their brows and look at each other and then look at Vivaldi, and you see a few of them who are fucking hungry, and they're like, AWOL sounds pretty fucking good right now.
Reyes says,
"There's time lost in setting up camp. Sleep, wake, leave."
Part of setting up camp, though, is creating... there's a certain amount of defensive fortification you do when you set up camp as a platoon, right? So what you're talking about is not taking defensive measures either.
What I'm talking about is sleeping defensively, but not putting up a tent. Not setting up camp.
Like sleep on rotation.
You sleep on rotation. You sleep on your bag. That's what a real military does a lot.
Yeah.
What if I take a shift watching over the camp for 4 hours, and then 75 takes the other shift? That's a full night of rest.
You are very vigilant, and you do not need rest, but I do not think that you can keep an eye on our full perimeter alone.
I won't be alone.
Vivaldi cocks his head. Foe speaks up.
It makes helpers to help it do things.
They could stay up with 75 too.
Absolutely not.
Risk glares at it.
I mean, if he orders us to do that, you can't really say no.
The men are tired. They've made it clear that they do not wish to march through the night. We will start a rest. We will check in again in 4 hours, but I suspect that,
He looks at these disgruntled men.
We may need to take a full rest. I am taking the men's opinions into account. For now, 4-hour rest. Everyone get their sleep. 9. Pick 2 others to join you on your watch.
I choose Seth and Eric.
What a wise choice.
Thank God.
Oh, fuck. I was hoping to get some rest.
It looks like your reputation precedes you, friend. It's such a shame. Tell you what, my friend, I will enjoy my rest on your behalf.
Hey, Halor, what's that over there?
That's a 14 perception check.
You look up and you get hit in the nuts.
Sacked up.
Sacked up!
That's an 18 con. Halor just looks him in the fucking eye. He wants to ask why. Everyone can see it. He just wants to be like, dude, why? But then a gear clicks in his head, and he knows why, and he realizes he's
another
done
guy
this to
next
himself.
to Eric's just laughing, like, you got him, yeah!
I sack-tapped that guy.
Where the guy's like, yeah, Eric totally got him, and then you sack-tap him, or roll an attack.
Fuck this. Hang on. That dice is banished.
If you roll a nat 1 and get sack-tapped by this guy, it's...
That dice hasn't rolled above 10 since it rolled above 10 this morning. I'm banishing it. It is bottom half locked. That is a 21.
All right, you sack tap that man, and he goes down in a crumple. He says, "I'm not making him roll." He just, oh, good shot.
There sits down and just cries quietly to himself.
I don't understand this. Why are you doing this?
It is camaraderie of a sort.
Yeah, like this.
Do it, 9. Sack tap him. Get him right in the nuts and bolts.
The nuts and bolts.
Yeah, it's like this.
And I do it. I fucking sack tap 75. Who doesn't have a sack to tap, but I do it.
He does have nuts and bolts.
I don't understand.
Yeah, me either. Didn't do anything? I do it again. Just keep flicking it.
Speed bag it.
Does it do anything?
No,
I don't know.
stop touching me.
Okay.
All right.
Did you just do that yourself?
Maybe.
I like the canon that Nine says okay, and then Sack taps it one more time and leaves. That was immediately how my brain read that.
Yep.
That one was Robert just reaching outside the cage.
I am part of the party. You guys go on watch that night. Or like literally everybody like flops down. You just see dudes just take their pack, throw it on the ground as a pillow, and just knock out. Like, fantastic! Done!
I'm going to head off to my corner and I'm going to summon both the 9.1 and 9.2. I pulled the diamonds out of my belongings and I just hold them in my hands, and you see them both glow purple as the fingers elongate just a bit. And when I open my hands, they both pop up as 9.1 and 9.2.
They look like the Terminator after he travels through time. You know, they got like either
Naked, steaming.
But there's a little crater next to each of them.
and then they stand up from like being in basically a hero pose.
No, it's just fucking... it's just Mushu. They both just immediately stand up and go...
Eric, who's now with you. That's haunting.
They get excited to come back to life.
Not the best, is it?
Yeah, they do that. I don't know.
All right. I guess didn't really put anybody in charge. What do you want me to do?
Oh, Seth?
Patrol your perimeter.
Okay. Well,
Can do.
well here, Eric, you hold on to, this is 9.2. You can just call them 0.2.
Hi. Point 2?
Yes,
Right. So what do you do? What's your deal?
whatever you need. Don't make it weird though.
I didn't intend to. Let's go.
Okay.
Have you ever heard the story of when I took on the Titans of Themgod?
You did?
Totally. Yeah, absolutely did. Yeah.
How?
Well, let me tell you.
Please.
There I was.
Seth, you guys need to roll me 4 perception checks, unless you just sort of take it easy.
I'll climb a tree. I'm gonna roll 3 of those 4. That last one, I'm gonna find. Actually, the whole time I want to be keeping track of Foe. If he's asleep, if he's not, what he's doing.
Give me a perception check.
I'm gonna do some shady shit too, so I don't know how that plan plugs into people's
We'll
plans.
address it in a second.
Hell yeah, nat 20. Hell yeah, another nat 20. Fuck, another nat 20!
Jesus Christ.
Jeff, get out of the goddamn tree. Get out of the goddamn tree. The DM needs to do things. Get out of the goddamn tree.
Nah, it's fine. I'm gonna fucking tell Risk everything.
So, at advantage, all 4 of those are above 20.
And how many were nat 20s?
3 of them.
You disgust me.
That was insanity. I'm going to roll absolute garbage my next combat.
Give me my
Do not
goddamn
expect
dice
me to
rolls.
hit anything.
Reyes sees 4 people at a computer, staring at a screen, talking to one another. You see a dungeon master scrambling to get anything done. He looks afraid.
Be afraid.
Just seeing through the fourth wall.
Very afraid.
Yeah, just absolutely seeing through it.
Reyes, while you're doing that, can you
20s.
check the stats on Eric at 75?
Yeah, go ahead and check.
Can you see
You
what
see
the
a
stats
character
are?
sheet. You see this character sheet for Eric is blank.
I did give 9.2 to Eric. 9.1 can handle themselves, and 9 is going off to another corner of the camp.
Sure. You want to give me your 4 checks?
These are all just perception?
Yeah, just perception.
For both of us?
It's 1 for each hour. You do your thing, bro.
You
Whatever
got it,
it
bud.
means. However many fucking checks you're rolling.
That's 6.
That's for all 3. You got to roll 1 for
Well,
point
no,
2, too.
9.2 isn't really looking. 9.2 is listening to stories.
9.2 went immediately off track.
Let me pull up these homunculus stats.
0.2, an hour and a half in. What were we doing?
I don't remember. I think we were telling
I
stories.
think we were talking about the time that
Have you done anything heroic?
Have you done anything heroic? One time, I made this mean animal guy's butt explode.
Me and 0.1, we shot a knoll, and it disintegrated.
And then we shot a weird darkness demon, and
It disintegrated too.
Fucking just Eric like, damn, that's some heroic shit.
Eric,
Okay,
oh my god,
so 9.
really? That's so cool.
Did you want 4 rolls or 3? Sorry.
4. 1 for every hour.
And that's how they wasted the second hour.
Okay.
You guys agreed to do a 4-hour shift, right?
I mean,
Okay.
I didn't fucking agree to it, but here I am.
No, you got roped in by 9. Your good friend.
Yeah.
9 got a 4, a 12, a 17, and a 16. And 9.1 got a 7, a 1, an 18, and a 17.
All right. So the first hour, 9, you're already like off to a bad start. Reyes, this is what you see with your first check. You see that your team that you've been hijacked to do isn't doing a great job of keeping watch in their first hour. 9 immediately looks kind of distracted by her little projects. And you watch that Eric and 0.2 are literally engrossed in stories for the first hour. He rolled a 2 for his first hour. But luckily, you've got an eye on everything. And the first hour, you see nothing. There doesn't seem like there's any action. Everybody got a pretty good roll for the second check, I believe.
Where's Fo the first hour?
You don't see Fo moving.
0.1 did not.
Lays down
0.1 got a nat 1.
for the second hour.
Yes.
Okay. 0.1 is with Risk? No.
0.1 is alone.
Alone.
Because in 9's eyes, 0.1 is more capable than 0.2.
0.1 is a casualty.
So the first hour, nothing happens. Second hour, looks like people kind of start taking their job seriously. They remember what they're doing out here. Reyes, once again, you've got like this eagle eye, and you cannot watch everything. Just physically impossible. But what you are watching, you are the eye of God. You're paranoid. You're coming down off all the drugs, so you're hypersensitive and aware, and you have had a full night's or full day's rest.
Yes.
You're thirsty.
And I'm agitated because I
Yeah.
ran out of
Complaining, he's
booze.
You're-
fucking sleeping all
You're
day.
dry.
Yeah.
Nothing happens in hour 2. You do see 0.1 disappears for a little while, but she comes running out of some high grass at one point, and she's got a dead mouse in one arm.
Yes, 0.1 exits some brush and runs up to 9 and with a dead mouse just in both hands.
It's a big mouse.
It's either a big
rat.
mouse or
It's a
they're
rat.
smaller
It's
than I thought.
It's a dire mouse.
It's a
Way to
dire
go.
mouse. Yeah, I run up to 9 with this horrifying looking mouse.
Mouse the size of a mouse cat.
It needs helper. Well done. I do believe this is an ally of the weasel. Good job. I'll take it from here. Resume your post. Good job, 0.1.
So 75. He's got bullets or something probably. And I've seen him shoot, which means that he has powder or something.
Yeah.
And water is
You see 75 is in a powered down
and
state
water
near
is
Robert.
bad for powder. And I have a small amount of water.
So, like I said, he's in a powered down state. You can actually roll up on him and it's like not really a big deal. Like he doesn't move or anything. He gets his 4 hours of rest as a Warforged and he's just powered down. So you can walk up. You actually get a glimpse at his bandolier. The bandolier on 75 has contained cartridges.
Okay.
Whatever the gun lance operates on are special rounds.
Okay.
There's 2 reasons for this. 1, it makes it so I can monitor ammunition when he gets a goddamn gun lance.
Yeah. Yeah.
2, fuck you.
Hell yeah, somebody's gonna have to fucking count their arrows. How
Um,
many shots are going?
How many shells you got, bro?
Well, there pulls out one of the shells and he's like tugging on it, trying to figure out how to get water where the powder is.
Roll a stealth check, because 1, I'm assuming you're trying to do this so where nobody can see you.
Yeah.
And
I'll fail a
including the
stealth
people on
I'll
watch.
fail a stealth check. That's a 3, baby.
Oh my god. So Daru, everyone is asleep. Like, everyone's pretty fucking
And
tired.
I rip
But-
ass so fucking loud. The whole
what-
camp wakes up.
Yeah, unless, I think your total's like an 8, right? You had some shit to stealth? Unless anybody rolled under an 8 for theirs, everybody sees you go up to 75. Who's on watch?
What did Robert roll?
Oh, Robert's asleep. I have too much going on.
So the whole camp sees me fucking with, trying to sabotage
No,
75.
it's just your 3 friends and Eric.
And anyone awake?
No one's awake.
Everyone would be
Everyone
asleep.
fucking went to sleep immediately.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So his first plan was just to wet his powder. But then he finds out that that's not how
not easy to
this
do.
works.
You would need a tool to get into the shell.
Yeah, so he tries to, like, tug at it, and that doesn't fucking do anything. And, he's just kind of sitting there like, well, God damn it, how do I... So his first impulse is to fuck with the shells. Because the shells, the powder is what he learned is bad. So he's, like, prying at him with his hatchet, and at least one of the bullets is going to be in bad condition. And, he can't do that, so then he targets the gun lance. Because that's the...
Just at different ends of the camp, all looking at the middle, you just have 9.1, 0.2, and Eric and Resk all going, what the fuck is Halor doing?
And,
So what do you do now?
So he tries to fuck with the gun lance, but I have no idea how a gun lance works. I don't even properly know how a normal firearm works.
All right, so if you try to take the gun lance off, I will, because it is strapped across him. The very tall, you are 5'7", a normal height.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
like
short.
8 feet tall or
And
more.
he's big.
You have to pull a bandolier off or unclip it, so that is going to be your sleight of hand check if you're going to get the gun lance.
Can I access the gun lance while it's just on him? I don't need to take it off to fuck with it.
I mean, if you just want to take a look at it, roll investigation.
Yeah, I'm trying to tinker with the thing because Halor has no idea how these actually work. He knows they shoot because he's seen it do that. He knows it's a gun lance, but he doesn't know anything else about that. That's 14. I'm trapped below 10,
you
boys.
look at it.
I'm trapped below 10.
So immediately you see that the gun lance operates under a different sort of mechanism. You look at it and it looks like it has a trigger, like the gun, but with an investigation of 14, you can see that the mechanic used to fire doesn't seem to be the same as the flintlocks that you've seen. It doesn't operate under simple gunpowder. Your guess is that it's either some sort of magical or complex mechanical mechanism you've never run into.
Something internal.
Yeah, but if it does look like a mechanical thing, and you saw 9 messing with the thing, you could guess that you could probably stop it from doing it. It does look like there is would it be hammer? There's gotta be a hammer on the back of it. Ryan, this is gonna be your kind of thing for your headcanon. What does it look like? How does it fire a canister?
Ryan fixed it. It's literally a hammer.
Yeah, is it just a hammer? How do you cock a gun lance?
He said rooster.
I would say there's like just a lever on the side that you fucking pull.
Like
and
a
it just
bolt
falls
action?
into
Pin.
place.
It's a firing
Yeah,
pin.
bolt action.
Yeah, there's a bolt in it. You see that the bolt in the back of it is pulled back.
Okay. All right. Aderu is incredibly technical, and he knows a lot about machinery. He's
Obviously.
just gonna pour some water in the barrel. He's gonna drop some dirt in there.
You
and-
got water?
Yeah, a little bit. Not for long. Basically, make some mud in the end of the gun, and he's gonna pour some water and some dirt in anywhere that looks like it would receive it, around the trigger, around things that look like they move. He doesn't know what he's doing, but water is probably bad for this thing.
So he makes mud in the gun.
Yes.
Just sort of dumping shit in it.
just bad.
All right.
Just I don't know what I'm doing, but this
Just
can't be
mucking it
good
up.
for it. This
I
cannot be
regret
good.
to inform you that there's no way you will avoid this sleight of hand check this time.
Guys, I broke 10.
Yes.
Barely, but I broke 10. No, we find out that's one of the rolls I add 1 to. I had 3. 15.
Hey, dump a bunch of shit in it. He doesn't seem to wake up. Congratulations.
I pee on him. And I move on.
You mark.
Yeah, I mark him and I move on.
That was super weird, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, hey, could you keep a little bit of a watch here? I'm gonna take a moment to just sort of center myself. I got a lot going on.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep an eye out.
Reyes, in the third hour, you watch Eric goes into a seated position. In hour
It's
3,
a dope rock song.
you watch Eric take a seated position cross-legged, and he puts his hands in his lap, and he closes his eyes, because he rolled a nat 1 for this hour, so I've decided that he doesn't look out. He's just meditating.
I find this practice weird. Is Foe still sleeping? Soundly?
Foe appears to be sleeping sound.
Cool. I'm going to come down from the tree and sneak up on him. How dare you do this to me now?
Did you roll a Mitch?
Way worse than a Mitch.
Oh, no.
Mitch.
Oh, no. You rolled a Mitch today.
Natty.
way worse than a midge. I fall out of the tree with a stealth of total 8.
How much do you add, Jeff?
7?
He said total. Oh, that one, yeah.
Well, 3 more of those would catch up to me.
What brings you here, Seth?
I'm not sneaking up on you. I'm sneaking up on foe.
Oh, on foe.
I saw where you're going, Jay.
You
I know.
crossed
I
him to
you.
get to foe. Fuck off.
Okay, if you want to address... Yeah. So I'm not being very sneaky, obviously.
What brings you to my side of the camp, Seth?
This is our post.
I put my finger to my mouth in a classic hush position, like a shh.
Did you see hello over there? What's that about?
It was weird.
He does not like the Warforged. It makes sense.
I have business. I was merely passing through, though apparently not as successfully as I thought.
Yeah, I think you've had a long day.
Seems that way. Maybe I'll try harder.
Can I recommend something? You seem particularly agitated. Maybe something was stolen from you. I found this helps.
Then he just closes his eyes and, like, clenches his fists gently.
It's like, you ever heard of meditation?
No.
It's a way of finding a center, peace, in a troubling, tumultuous time.
9.2 copies Eric's demeanor.
This peace sounds like a luxury I likely will not have.
Peace is a muscle. You must flex it in order for it to get stronger.
Fucking barbarian.
I don't know how to flex this muscle you speak of.
5 minutes and I could teach you.
Another time.
And I slink off. Knowing now that I was fucking dead to rights, do I get another stealth?
Sure.
Not much better, but at least it's better. 17.
So yeah, point 2. I need you to breathe in. Breathe out. Are you doing that for my benefit?
Yeah, I can't really do that.
I thought so.
So what'd you roll for that stealth?
17.
17. What are you trying to do? You're sneaking up on foe. You sneak up on foe. He's sleeping.
Perfect. I'm going to, is he away from people or like right in the middle of a bunch of people?
He is not alone, but no, he's not sleeping like in a clump of men. He's an inquisitor. He's off to the side near Vivaldi, but away from him. Like, honestly, a little bit reckless considering people near the outer edge are being picked off, but he's not that far away from everyone else.
Okay. I draw my dagger. I put my dagger without touching him. I put my dagger to his throat, and then I put my hand over his mouth.
I saw you last night, apparently discussing with Robert ways to keep his king and country safe.
Do you take your fingers off his mouth?
I do take my hands off his mouth.
I am not Valerian.
Can you resolve for me what you were talking to him about? Because this is the second instance you've done something off.
I believe our agreement was that I would never do anything to make trouble for you. And I did not.
I don't know. It's not trouble for me yet. So inform me so I may know whether or not you are causing me more trouble.
Seth, you are in a conflict. You are surrounded by trouble.
I am aware.
What kind of trouble is acceptable to you?
The kind that involves less of me risking my well-being for those of you that order me around.
You are the one who came to me and inserted yourself into the situation.
Yes.
Suffice to say, if I did talk to Robert, I never mentioned you once.
I have one mission. It's make it to Santos, and I am doing my best to keep it together on the way there. If you interrupt my one mission, I will find you.
Roll roll intimidation.
How come I can never intimidate this guy? 5.
Damn.
he quietly tries to roll you over and take control, like take the move the dagger. He's trying to get. It's we're getting sexy.
Spy movie scene.
He's trying to be dominant.
Spy movie sexy scene.
Yeah, it's time for a spy movie sexy scene. He's gonna try to move the dagger from his neck and roll on top of you.
Spy movie sexy.
Okay, what do you roll?
While this is going on, I feed the weasel.
The weasel in the cage.
Yeah.
With Robert.
Yeah. Not Robert, the weasel.
Give me 1 second. I'll address that.
Meat.
You rolled a 14.
You win.
Okay.
Spy
He gets on
movie
top
sexy.
of you. He puts the knife to the side. He doesn't take it from you. That's too much. But he puts himself in the dominant position quietly, and he says, "Listen, we are of the same mind. Things are going badly around here, and obviously you know that I am not on Vivaldi's side.
I narrow my eyes.
Robert is a wild card that I am trying to put in my deck. We are all going to die of hunger, thirst, or eaten by animals out here. I want him to not be a wild card that kills me. If you want him to not kill you, get with me."
I'll consider your offer.
And I rolled a breakout. So that's 17 plus 5, 22.
Ooh. You roll over, he rolls again, ends up on top, and then you flip just about, because he got a 20. So it's a little scuffle, but quietly, you do end up breaking free, and he lets go, and he puts his hands up. "Can I go back to sleep now?"
I nod.
"You keep interrupting my rest like this, it is very rude."
I nod.
Emphatically.
And I move on. I go back up to my tree.
Adaru, you go to feed the weasel.
Yes.
Yeah, feed
And
the weasel.
You see,
I'm going to...
when you get up there, you see...
I'm going to be
you see
friend
Robert
the
is
weasel.
Robert is woken up, and he's sitting there talking to the weasel too. When you come up, "Yes, you look at me, look, weasel. I need you to chew through the ropes and get us out. We'll be free." And he rolls handle animal.
That son of a bitch.
He's gonna train a weasel to help him break out. Derry, what do you do?
I roll up, and I'm also... I am the druid in the party. I must tame all animals. I must make all animals be my pet. Because I am the druid in the party. And I'm going to also handle Animal the Weasel. But I am going to use this meat that I have.
You have advantage.
That's a 19.
He's gonna handle meat.
You see the weasel is kind of in for whatever reason, they've at least become friends enough. The weasel's sitting in Robert's hands, and he's talking to it. And the weasel just sniffs the air and turns around to you as you walk up to the cage and just scuttles out of his hand. "Oh, no, my friend, you betrayed me. How dare you?" And the weasel walks up to the side of the cage where Adaru is. And you can see that this weasel could 100% just walk out of this cage because it's not that fucking small.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Adaru just offers his hand to the weasel.
The weasel runs up your arm toward wherever the food is.
Yeah, but my other hand. His other hand.
Yeah.
And,
it tries to run across your shoulders.
There opens up his backpack and just drops a chunk of the meat in the backpack. And then closes it on the weasel.
Weasel.
You Kenorian dog, you can never be trusted.
How does it feel, knowing that I have taken everything from you?
Why?
Because you are a pinnacle of civilization. You are swine. You are that which must be destroyed. You, Valerian swine cow.
Keep working on it. I recommend a good workshop.
Got my dice. God damn it.
First of all, thank you. I love Valerian civilization. You should visit sometime.
Adaru very poorly tries to sneakily slide a caltrop into the container with him. That's an 11.
So let me get this straight. To him, right?
Yes.
You're not trying to hide that you've put it. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to covertly give it to him.
Okay. So you give him a caltrop. I do not understand what you try to help. You tell me Warforce is on way. Then you tackle me off a roof. We fight. We nearly die. I save your life. You take my whistle. You give me caltrop. What do you want?
Like you say, you will free yourself, and you will kill all of these primacy pig dogs. Yes?
Oh. Without doubt. Say no more. Done.
I would like to see you try. And Adaru reaches into his robes, pulls out his hat, and sets his hat just outside of his reach in front of the cage.
This is my hat. You have kept it in a fucking bag. It is damaged.
It is not in great condition.
Yeah, The feather is broken. How? He pockets the caltrop.
I saved it for you.
You fucking Kenorian dog.
I do have to ask, because we did all roll perception for every hour, and me and point one got a 17 and an 18, so I'm assuming we saw that.
Yeah.
What did you wish to see? There was a lot. One's on the complete opposite side, so the thing with Reyes, I think not. But Robert's fucking cage is right there in the center. So yeah, you see Adaru talking to Robert. You don't hear it?
Plus, if you saw what I was doing, you'd just see me fighting nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You see Reyes
Jeff
rolling around on the
literally
ground.
did nothing.
I just feel like it's important for Jay to mention again that nobody told you that he doesn't exist. That was your interpretation. And I just feel it's worth noting so that everyone knows that this was a character choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we have leaned into it, sir.
I've been
Absolutely,
told that foe doesn't exist. So,
Yeah. You see that? Yeah, you see that.
okay.
You go into your 4th hour. What was everybody's last roll? I know Ray asks.
9 got a 16, point 1 got a 17.
But point 2.
Point 2 doesn't roll. Point 2 is intently
No.
listening to Eric.
Meditating
Eric
now.
is watching. Yeah, the 4th hour they stopped their meditation.
Cool.
Eric rolled a 15.
You see that? You feel better? It helps you center yourself. It's a good thing. It helps you kind of get your thoughts in order. I found it's a really good thing. Anyway, we should probably get back on watch. We've done a really bad job so far.
Happened, so...
So we did a good job.
Yes.
High five.
Just fucking knocks her over.
It bowls
Just-
her
yeah,
backwards
just-
over. Laser out.
Hour 4. Risk, you climb your tree just in time to see a cat bear come out of the woods and move toward one of the men sleeping on the outside edge of the circle.
How quickly could I get to it?
Roll initiative. Hey, Tavern Goers. Thanks again for listening to Torchlit Tavern. Today's tale featured Mitchell Travis as Atheru, Jeffrey Lisk as Raesk, Ryan Santos as Number 9, and Jameson Oxford as the Dungeon Master. You can follow us and interact with us on Twitter at Torchlit Tavern, or email us with any of your most pressing questions at torchlittavern@gmail.com. You can also find our entertainers on the streets of twitch.tv/torchlittavern, yelling obscenities at passersby. If you enjoyed our tale, you can tip your storytellers as you leave the tavern, which you can do via patreon.com/Torchlit Tavern. Every little bit helps, and those who tip well and often can find themselves privy to an extra story or two, jokes, or maybe even a bit of hidden lore. Our story continues to grow all the time, and though we have no designs on a vast empire, your help is always appreciated.
Our theme music for this campaign was designed by the bard, Brett Eagleston. Get his music at bretteagleston.bandcamp.com or find links for all his projects by following Bread Eagles on Twitter. This episode was edited and produced by Jameson Oxford and Ryan Santos. Other music and sound effects are provided by Epidemic Sound with help from freesound.org.
And if you should find yourself surrounded by eager ears and attentive listeners, remember to tell good stories. Don't even tell me your initiative because I'm going to make you roll it when we get back.
I know
Fuck
you are.
I rolled a nat 20. Fuck you.
Remember
Fuck
it
you,
then.
Jay.
It's not my fucking problem.
Fuck you.
Not my problem.
It was the one good
Fucking
roll I got
memorize
this
it.
episode.
Fucking memorize it. It's not my problem.
For chat.
Fucking memorize
God
it.
damn
I
it,
thought we weren't
Jay.
doing an after chat. We're not doing an after chat, or are we still doing the after chat?
Yeah, we gotta do an after chat. Gotta wrap it up.
All right, bullshit.